Ah, come in, come in. Grab yourself a seat. You are among friends. Tonight is the night, if you didn't know. People come from far and wide to listen, to hear stories of old and new. You are surrounded by, dare I say, some of the finest adventurers in Castiel. We're even posed that some are here from the Empire, from the frozen north near Groxton. A mangled bunch of half-wits and degenerates if you asked any respectable man or woman, though. But that is not why you are here. Sit back, relax, grab yourself an ale. These are the tales from the Red Wyvern Inn. After what seemed like a failed attempt at the life of Lord Bordenshaw, the crew made their way back to Castiel to discover the attack was a distraction. Someone infiltrated the estate and stole something of great value. The Red Wyvern has been asked to investigate who was responsible and recover the item. With new coin in hand, they jumped at the chance to earn more. And with the night still young, the party needed to blow off some steam before heading back to the Bordenshaw estate at first light. The Festival of Stars had just begun, leaving plenty of opportunities to find trouble. And the adventure continues. We last left off with everybody figuring out what they want to do for the evening before heading back to the estate. Find out what happened while the Kitsune was taking place. Apparently something was stolen, and they're trying to rehire you to go back and provide them some assistance. But in the meantime, you have the evening to potentially enjoy the first night, which is kind of funny, the first night of the Festival of Stars. Today's day is called the Day of Nights. That's with a K this time. Knights. So with the Day of Nights, they first started their tournaments with Sword and Board. They had their opening parade this morning while you guys were working. And there's one of the big events during the days for the kids is called Knight's Tag, where they're in a constructed maze of sorts. It's just a mess of things, shrubs, carts, just anything made to obstruct your direct. What's wrong, Mike?
I was looking because he and I both heard the same thing. And thought
Shrubbery.
Shrubbery. Yes, and they are hiding behind the shrubbery. So, will you hurry up, Scott?
Y'all are fucking around now.
Put it on a napkin. Okay.
Or the dirty table.
Yeah. His dirty mat. Because you know there's been all kinds of things on that mat.
On the paper on the mat. I suppose
It's good then. You're not the only one.
I'd say close to her mouth is one of the more dangerous places on that map.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Depends if he's got good or bad aim.
This is like the deadly zone. Maybe a little heater.
Alright, so you ready? If he's got a foot fetish.
Now that we got it mapped out.
Safety first.
Now we pull out the black light and...
No, ignorance is bliss, please. Ignorance is bliss.
Salty.
That's not
Agreed. That's probably what it would taste like. It'd be salty.
Yeah, you're tapping me.
So, the evening. You have the evening to... Alright, as I was saying, yes, backing up. There's Knight's Tag in the Festival Parade area set up. And there's also an evening adult Knight's Tag. It's Knight's Night Tag. That's Knight's Knight's Tag.
Hey, you ready?
Yeah.
That's up my dick.
And then
I'm gonna play on that.
there is the Knight's Feast. So you are welcome to partake of the main events, the special events, and or of the smaller things that are going on, the sales, the stories. They always have They have 4 plays that they do each day, ranging from serious to being what would be the best words?
Comedy?
Yeah, dramas, comedy,
Satirical.
and satirical. That's the word I wanted. Satirical ones that range. They have ones where they are episodic. So there'll be one today, it'll carry on tomorrow, and the next day. And they're put on by different play groups. So,
Shout out to interchangeable parts.
okay.
Night's Tag. Adult Night's Tag, of course.
So-
Children.
Pull it in and role play the hell out of this. And what would you like to do?
Not playing instead.
Don't tell me you're role playing this.
For us, what time of day is it?
Yeah, I believe it's about 9 o'clock.
Okay, so all the day festivities are done.
Correct.
Okay. I just want to make sure that
Yeah.
you gave us too much information that we're not going to get.
Yes, that's what I'm here for. Overkill.
When is the
It already happened.
What
It
the
is
hell is
near
left to
about
do?
ending.
Wait, nice.
No, there's plenty of drinking that goes on. There is the Knight's Tag. There's going to be at least one more play that finishes off the night from 10 to midnight. 10 to midnight, yeah. Most people are drinking at that time as well.
It's a joke.
Oh, and then there's, of course, the Night Circus.
There's nothing in Circus before.
I'm interested in this circus thing.
I think we should all head to the circus. Also, is there any prizes for next time?
No, just a bunch of belligerent, drunk ass
How many
people.
Warden itself, I imagine.
Yeah, parts of it, of course, turn into orgies and things like that. So it gets a little
We don't see Lucy for the rest of the night.
Yeah, I said the magical word.
You want to dress up like a queen?
Is this a fantasy of yours?
All right, we're in character, so so much deleting.
So, where are we meeting up at first before we get into the role play? Are we just meeting back at the Red Wyvern?
We're basically right there outside the Red Wyvern, I guess. We've just been paid, and now we have the option of going in to sleep or enjoying the festival.
That is correct.
So we're all together too.
Thank you. Thank you, Cap.
Well, I'm gonna go enjoy my bottle of wine. You guys have a good night.
Okay.
I've always lived out in the woods. I would like to see these festivities, the festival. I've always heard rumors of it. Never seen it in person.
I'll pass on the adventures for this evening.
What about you, Tony, little man? I think I'll go see the circus. Don't keep the recommendation. Been there,
Caster?
Caster will enjoy the festival.
Sweet role playing, bro.
He talks in third person.
Come on, Mr. Oil.
Ezra, before you go to bed, I need to talk to you about something.
Well, I'm gonna have a few glasses of wine, so we can talk.
Part of the circus that travels with this festival. We're going to seek it out this evening.
Well, I hope you do not mind company. Because he looks like he needs it.
I'm coming.
Surely.
With you. With you.
Surely we are a trio.
Not alone. Come!
Keep that damn bird away from me.
What bird?
Hard to see.
So into the Wyvern I go. I'll pick a spot somewhere in the corner and just sort of keep a watch
Okay.
until I get sleepy, and then I will.
All right, we'll start with you. You sit down. Probably are semi-sharing a table, and some people are leaning against your table as they're enjoying their time with their friends. There's a group, like I said, of greenhorns that have recently joined the guild and have been talking about what they did during the day. This group worked the docks. They were protecting a ship that was getting loaded with some particular items. They don't know what it was. You can hear them kind of guessing that it was in crates, and they're thinking that maybe it was some type of silks or spices or something that come from the south. They don't know. You hear from another table that they're just locals, and they're just talking about stupid crap, daily nothings, and making jokes. And then every once in a while, a folk song will break out, and everybody starts singing it. Something you're not familiar with most of it, and half of it, of course, is in Castiel versus trade. Yeah. The two of you make your way upstairs to your room.
Ezra, I know you have ties to the city. Is there anyone you know of that would know where this pottery came from?
Might be someone.
I think we should investigate this at earliest convenience. Well, this was a problem.
She won't be at her shop tonight.
We can go after this job.
Remind me.
I will. There's also another thing that I need to ask you about. Do you know of any houses that deal in moving people or slave trades?
Make a percentile roll.
Me?
Yes.
Or heard of houses?
26.
There is minor scuttlebutt that there is a small thieves guild of sorts, or thugs, or whatever you want to call them, that have been running the underground. He even knows they go by the name of the Bloodhounds, and they are known to grab up people and ship them off and send them to the Empire and sell them off as slaves. It's very minimal in what you've heard through just about whispers, and there's no proof, and there's never been like a big incident to say that this is true, but your suspicion is that there has to be something going on.
So that's about all.
Thank you for the information. Do you know anyone higher up in the guard community?
Like guards, like the gate guards?
Or officers in Castiel's
I
forces?
know a lieutenant in the shields.
I'm curious if I can find people that are willing to help with a freeing of some innocent people.
Lieutenant Cora might be the one you wanted to talk to. Carry on. Lead you in the right direction.
Well, thank you for all your help. We'll let you
Alright.
get back to your wine.
Thank you.
and passes out.
Go to my room.
Okay, that ends your night. To the festivities. You head north out to the city, out of the city into the King's Parade Ground up north. The parade ground. They have when you first walked through here on the first part of your mission, you saw them setting up a lot of this. Now you see it to a degree because it's dark out with the lights and they have bonfires and other sources of light. Lighting this whole place up. Like you can see when you walk out the front, the back gate, I guess I could call it there, the north gate. You can see the glow from the tree line just all across the whole area. And as you come up and around, because you end up pretty much curling off to the east, to your right, and it opens up and you see large tents. You see areas of where there's animals that are fenced in. You see an area in the back where the stands were put together, and you know that's where they're going to be doing a lot of the special events with jousting and horse racing, where the people will be elevated to be able to see what's going on. And other days that all this is occurring. And you see what appears to be not a full tent, but a partial tent where the whole central piece is open, but they have a siding all up and around for where the circus is at. And a lot of people are over there, and then of course on the far corner of the festival grounds is where the Knight's Tag is taking place. And lots of screaming and having fun and frolicking over there. But you can hear music and the craziness from the big tent.
What would you gentlemen like to look at first?
Let's check out the big tent.
Sure.
Oh, we just more than likely they probably charge for this.
Well, we'll never know if we don't go. Agree?
Is there like a line coming off of the big tent or anything?
Nope, it seems like you're getting there a little later, so the line's pretty much empty. But there is somebody collecting up front. You see a really big guy, and you see a little guy. He's like, 2 iron enter.
I'll hand the small guy the iron.
Very smarty, because he's the one with the handout. And you see he's got a little lockbox there, and he drops it in. You can hear the sounds of roars inside. And then the screams and cheering from the
Human
crowd.
roars.
No, the human roar. The
No,
roars
the
weren't
roars
human.
are not human.
After paying.
You pay too?
Yeah.
I need a percentile from you, little man. They do not. Yeah, they don't look familiar to you.
Actually,
7?
double R.
Oh, yes. Then they do know who you are. Oh, look who it is!
Oh. Wait.
And it's like, oh, it's Lucy!
Oh.
The little guy says,
Oh, it is Lucy.
Lucy! And he comes running up to you and he wants to give you a waddle up and hug you. Okay. Your the raven on your shoulder flies off. Not trying to get involved in that. It's all the movement. They're like, what are you doing here?
Can you see what you guys are up to?
Oh, well, come on in. You've seen this one before, though.
It's always good.
Maybe you should talk to the headmaster. Maybe do one of your shows.
Oh, I'm retired.
Retired? He laughs. A big, full belly laugh. So, all right. You walk in, you see that
Sounds like.
you see there are 2 sections for standing area, and then you have a lot of people sitting on the ground around. In the center, they have what looks like a steel fence caged around. And in there, you see 3 guys dancing around in these colorful garb. And it looks like they're probably some type of fine silks. And they're using the cloth and everything around to spin it around. And in there, they're making these really large lions dance and move around. And it seems like they should be getting torn to shreds right now, but they're not. You can make anybody who's got arcane. Yeah, that's right. Nobody has that. That's great. You get a sense that there's more than just that going on here, and the lions. You would probably maybe tell that they don't seem as wild in nature. You will.
Never seen
The
these things.
woodsman.
Yeah.
Never seen these things before.
No.
How would I know?
No. As in, like, these really large animals seem like they're lethargic-ish. Like, if you've seen a wild bear or a wild boar, you'd expect much more exuberance out of them. These guys seem a little bit toned down for being wild. The area's all laid out. You want to find a place to sit.
Well,
There is a stand trying to serve different wines.
you said the seating was either sitting on the ground or standing up.
Standing up, but they're stacked stands. So there are people standing on the stacks. Like they're not. They look like they would be like stadium seating type thing, but instead people are standing on them. They're just like raised boxes. It's the cheap way.
I don't really feel comfortable being mixed into a crowd like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I could probably stay standing down on the ground just so I didn't feel claustrophobic.
Okay.
I'd be in the same situation. I feel like it would be.
Well, you role play.
Can I get backstage passes?
Maybe.
Let me show you how the circus works.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. All right, we're gonna get everybody involved in this. So everybody put their stuff down.
Just I start caring about my character.
Yep. Just now. All right.
No. Since you won't let me multi-class.
What do you mean I won't let you You give me a good reason, I'll let you multi-class. How?
Wanting to.
What would make your character want to be a bard?
Because he likes music.
Okay, so are
They
you
got
a
5
bard?
levels to figure it out. If I'm gonna do anything, at least on the time it gets level 6. I need my extra attack.
So, shelving that.
So what do you got going, James?
That's at least a year and a half down.
Exactly. Because I come with that.
I don't know. Alright, so when you walk back there, you run into one of your first people that you recognize. Apparently, a bunch of these people you know is Eden the Firecrafter. Eden?
What the fuck, man?
Yep.
Why are you back here?
I was just visiting. I was in town. We want to see the show. I want to show my friends how the circus works.
You know how the circus works. Why can't you just show them you're a part of the circus?
No, I want to show them the whole thing.
I don't know where I'm going from here.
Appreciate it. Thanks for letting us through.
Then walks up Bale. Bale, what do you do for the circus?
Hey, Bale.
Just sweep.
Yeah, that was my job.
This is Bale. This is the dung sweeper.
How you doing? I sweep. I pick up the crab. The elephant crab, the donkey crab, the monkey crab, the people crab.
You missed Lucy.
Well, Uzi?
He's a pile of crap.
Yeah, that's true. But a little pile.
This is why I
I
left.
got my son. He's working it too now. He picks up the little pile.
Why are you guys bullies?
What?
You bullied the crap. That crap wasn't doing nothing. It was just laying there.
People steps in it. Then it's no good no more. You can't use it for other things.
It's still fertilizing.
Yeah, but it's got little rocks and sticks in it, and the boss don't like that. So how you doing, Lucy?
And that's when the boss
What are you
walks
guys
up.
doing?
What's the boss's name?
The boss.
Yeah.
Your story.
Oh, I was trying to, you know.
Oh, you mean Ethelbert?
Ethelbert.
Ethel. So it's a female.
Ethelbert.
Ethelbert.
It
All
is
right,
the bearded
Ethelbert.
lady.
Yeah. All right, Ethelbert. Now you get to do your soft voice or soft angry voice.
What am I doing?
You're the boss lady of the back. You take care of managing the back.
What the hell's all this ruckus?
Hey, Ethelbert.
Lucy's back.
Shit! I thought we were gone.
Oh, don't worry. I'm not back to work. I'm just here visiting.
Oh, good. Job wasn't offered.
Well, listen. I'm surprised this place is still going without me.
I'm surprised this place survived your reign.
He did set one of the tents on fire one time with his trick.
I use a light spell now.
Yeah, you know how much it cost me to replace that tent?
Not really.
A lot.
I
He
wasn't-
knows.
I wasn't worried.
It's all the people. All the people that died.
If somebody would have threw the dung on it when it started, it wouldn't have burned down.
Well, the dung keeps it cool.
Everybody thinks dung is cool. Everybody knows that.
Keeps the heat out.
Yeah, but then nobody wanted to go in the tank because it stunk.
Nah, that's why I had the incense burning.
Stop.
For some people, they ain't used to the aroma.
Shit, why didn't they start slapping each other?
We'll just wait till you two get dragged into this shit.
I thought about saying something. I was like, no, this is too much fun to watch.
No, well, you were there with them watching this.
So why are you guys with him? Or it?
We've just recently met a couple of days ago.
Well, cut your ties now. Trust me. Bad luck.
Don't get no money from him either.
We've already made money together, right, guys? I'm like a money machine.
He's showing us the circus.
Oh, he is the circus.
That's right. That's why this isn't a circus. I'm no longer with it.
Oh, Rosie ain't so bad.
You're gonna have to pay for the tent.
You got a point.
Well, hurry up and make haste. Show him what you guys show him and get out of here.
No, wait, we need to get to the VIP seating.
He wants the VIP seat. Go ahead and take it.
I know what his VIP seating is. We are standing in that crap.
Oh, we got chairs there now.
Oh.
We got a lot of highfalutin people like to come in and look. So we got them chairs because they don't always want to stand.
There's shit on the ground.
No, that's dumb.
Yeah, we don't want none of that.
Keep the dirt down.
I want the real VIP.
The bottom keeps the dust from rising up. It's good. People don't cough a lot.
But they get diseases after they leave that area.
Hey, if they don't want to wash themselves after they leave, that's on them.
Who wants to walk around with them now?
New one. That's why we don't want to go in there.
Why don't they wash? Look, you're a nice guy, but
All right.
you ain't that bright.
If we go sit there, then we're gonna play the dunk tank afterwards. 'Cause we're getting washed off.
You do that. That stuff was floating. Watching the little kids.
Alright, cut. Cut.
Oh my god. Oh, that hurt so bad.
Boy. That'll be fun to edit.
Editing it? I'm not gonna edit that. The kids were eating it. Hey, Mom, I've had a Snickers.
I wasn't prepared for any of this.
Wow. I think we're done gaming for the day. That was awesome.
Anything from here is downhill. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh man.
Oh, wow. Ooh. Mark, your next character has to be this guy.
Fail the street sweeper.
All right, curtains on the circus. Let's pick up on the next day.
Okay. To close the curtains on the circus. But there is one other thing that does happen. So you get your VIP-ish standing, and as you're there, somebody here recognizes somebody sitting in the crowd in front of them. A lovely chestnut blonde hair, chestnut brown hair. It looks chestnut.
It's not a chestnut.
Chestnut.
It's
Chestnut.
a chestnut.
You're thinking of garlic now.
Yeah. I guess I'm having that tonight. You see somebody in the crowd. You.
Oh, me. I took my glasses and I didn't tell you were looking at me.
It kind of looks like he's looking at me.
Yeah, it does. Do I recognize her?
You do. Mm-hmm. Who do you think it is?
Gave up my Tammy. Fella.
Hella?
Fella.
A fella.
Fella.
Formerly known as a fellow.
Is so is she like higher up, lower?
Lower. She's sitting out like you're in a raised area on a couple boxes. You guys are. They brought some boxes out for you after all that, and thanks to Ethelbert because you promised to not keep him under control. And so you're in this one area where they cleared out a few people, and you're standing there, and you're looking at, and the guys are doing gymnastic jumps, twirls, and spins in this sort of exotic dance. And it looks well rehearsed, well timed. And as they're still maneuvering around these two large lions, and it's come to a point of a crescendo of music and motion, and soon the lions are just sitting there and actually begin to just kind of lay down as they near about almost fall asleep from them being mesmerized by what's happening in front of them, and everybody else is roaring and cheering more and more and then as you see where you think the cloth would catch fire, and because there's these flames that seem to lick off the cloth as it passes by you as they're coming around this wrought iron cage that's been placed around the edge of this flooring, and it just all the craziness. And that's when you see her, and you see her around other people and just staring up in awe of everything.
Shocked. Didn't expect to see her here. I've got to go. I've been trying to get over there.
Are you okay?
And she's right down in front of you somewhat. Probably about 10 feet off.
Yeah, but across,
squeezing
right?
through. No, not even across. Like you saw her. You guys are all right. So if this was a large oval of a arrangement for the center, you guys are up here in one of the corners looking down, and you saw her looking and watching. You can see the side of her face and the back of her head and all that as she's watching, and you recognized her.
It's a friend that I once knew. I wanted to see if I could get her attention, talk with her. I didn't Didn't expect to see her so soon. Didn't know what I was
You
going
don't
to
want
say.
to do that right now. Your boots stink.
Yeah,
Are you sure that you'll be okay in the crowd?
If I have to, I'll push through. It should be fine. Right?
Sure.
I'm going to give it a try. So I'm going to try to weave my way through the crowd.
Okay, so you make a dex roll. Do dex acrobatics. Acrobatics roll. I mean, it's not-
Untrained, that would be a 6.
6? Alright, so you are very ungraceful and you near about piss off almost everybody you pass by as you're
Excuse me, pardon me.
stepping.
Pardon me, excuse
They're
me,
all
pardon me,
like
excuse me.
sitting
Oh, sorry about that, sir.
on their knees or on their butts. They're cross-legged. They're all Indian style, sitting Indian style, all kinds of different ways.
Didn't mean to touch me there, man.
Yeah, and you're using their heads at times as you're almost falling over, not to fall on them. And
Watch out, son.
you get her attention before that, obviously, because of your horrible path of destruction on the way. And she turns and she sees you, and it takes a second before it registers. Is just like she hasn't seen you in a few years, and her eyes get big, and she stands up and on. And you hear everybody sit down in front, and then she starts heading your way towards the back, and then grabs your hand to pull you away from it, from where everybody's sitting, to stand by the tent, the wall, because it's not a full tent, but the tent wall. And she gives you a huge hug.
Sorry.
Will, I've missed you so much. She's trying to whisper in your ear loudly because of all the noise going on around you.
Yes, it's been a while. I didn't expect to see you so soon. Sorry to call you out in such an odd setting.
What are you doing here?
Sad times happened. My family were killed some time ago.
And you see her face just kind of like, oh, but I knew. And she's like, your mom. And she just like starts like almost tearing up over it. Yeah.
But
Do an insight check.
She had something to do with their death?
Yes.
Ha! She did. That would be intel, so that would be a 17.
You can see that the way your news is hitting her, that even though it's, tragic, that there must be more going on because it hits her harder than it probably should for somebody who, kind of, is in an atmosphere that's all fun and joyous. But, like, she almost near breaks down in front of you.
Thank you for condolence. Since I'm new to this city, I was hoping to at least make a connection with somebody that I know from my past. Other than looking for a job, it was my hope to run into you.
I'm so glad you did.
But now that we're here, I don't know exactly what to do. Because I didn't expect to see you so soon. I was more prepared to brace myself for it.
Well, she's like, she stops you and she's like, well, just meet me tomorrow night. Meet me at the Tattered Cloak.
Tomorrow night. Tattered Cloak, yes.
Yes. I've got to get back there. I'm watching the kids.
Kids? You say? Oh, congratulations.
Yes, I'm a maiden to the Lord Guildmaster Lawrence.
Oh, not your kid.
No. So I got to get back to him, and she gives you a quick hug, and then she scoots back into where she was.
I trying to make it back to where the Patriots are.
Okay.
Sorry, sir. Oops, pardon me, ma'am. Ooh, didn't mean to touch that.
Yes, she did. Okay, and then as this being
yes,
as one of the one of the two final acts for the circus for this evening. The next one seems to be like at first it quiets down and the lights dim slightly, and this guy comes out into the center of the ring, and you've not seen this before. And he's an older gentleman, and he's all covered in hair and tattoos.
He's got a bunch of tattoos of bears on him.
Yeah. No, the hair is tattooed on him.
Oh.
To make him look like he's hairy.
He's rabbits.
Yeah. Yes.
Covered in
Exactly.
rabbit.
Yes. HARES. So, meaning he's all bearded up, and he's got long hair. He's got loose-fitted clothing, and itself looks nice. It looks like it's probably silked out as well, but it falls off of his thin frame, and he has no sleeves, and that's where you see that he has these blue tattoos, like a deep sea blue, not so it's darkish, but it's a bright dark, and he begins to weave a tale about a man who loves life and loves beauty, and he walks into this town. He sees this statue, and it just goes on and on. He talks about, and as he's doing it, you can see that the air around him starts to like fill with these images, like as if they were like holograms and illusory pictures of things going on, and his voice just booms out at the right moment. You hear like when this creature, when he finds where as he's getting to the point, he goes and meets the gentleman who crafted this fountain of this maiden that was so beautiful that when he went to go find where the family that she had moved and who he had used as the person, the lady that he used as the model for the statue, her family, he went to go discover where she was at, and they had moved to an orchard, and when he got there, the orchard was empty of people, and it was overgrown, and then as he's resting, this creature attacks him, and big fight, and all this thing's going on, and you see all of it happening, and you hear like when the beast breaks through the brush, you can hear the snapping of the twigs and the breaking of the branches and the leaves rustling, and then the growl, and then just everything just coming together, and then everything kind of like dims down real low as at the end as he's explaining, and I won't go into the full story, but and then as you find out at the end that the traveler is now blind and can't see anything, and from the whole episode of craziness that occurs around trying just to discover about this one fountain in this lone little town, and just all gets quiet, and you hear water running, and you hear about how he goes back to this fountain that was totally, when he first saw it, was just covered in grime and just very uncared for, and now has been cleaned, and the alabaster of it shines, and now water runs flowing through it, and the trickle and just the peacefulness, and you can hear the water as it sprays down and hits, and you can almost smell the freshness of it, like just like the green and the water, you almost smell the colors. In fact, it's just crazy, and as it all comes, and then everybody cheers and roars over the whole story. Yay! Clapping. Everybody's clapping with me. Come on, you like this. And then the ringmaster comes out, and he thanks everybody, and wishes everyone a good night. And then they will return in 2 days for the next circus. They'll have the next show.
I'm confused. How did the Wyvern see the food?
Wasn't that a part of the show?
But it didn't make any sense. How did he know it was clean?
Just to make sure that the show ends correctly. Cast Mage Hand, throw some of the dung
Oh my
at
god.
people outside of the VIP area. And cancel the Mage Hand.
Okay.
Bravo!
People are looking around as something hits around the ground next to them, and they're looking around, they're like,
We like that audience participation. That's what they come for. Everybody wants
and that's
to be
when you also
splashed by
hear a
shampoo
little,
species,
you hear
right?
a little giggle as well. You hear a little giggle coming from him.
Oh, Lucy. Thank you for taking us.
It's a great time, great show.
This is exactly what we needed after that craziness back at the banquet. The kismet.
It's so
I've heard it both ways. Okay.
Can you do any of that? What he did?
He's a dude.
Oh.
But no.
Straight to the point. Nope.
He's a noob, but no.
I see. Oh, it was very flashy.
It didn't make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah, I didn't really understand that. But I want to find out where that fountain is.
Mm. How come?
I don't know. Seems pretty important.
Yeah, I guess it wouldn't be included in the world.
Probably good.
Okay.
No.
Never seen him before.
Okay. After our last
They're gonna be-
welcoming that we had backstage, are you sure that's a good idea?
Well, yeah, this guy doesn't know me.
Do they do signings after the show?
No.
An autograph?
Can't argue with that line of thought.
Only Lucy. So they stopped it after he left.
Okay, let's go ask him.
Yeah, let's see if we can't track down the master orator.
Okay, he wants to make the roll. Percentile.
Lucy! Roll.
What are you doing? How are you doing it?
Am I trying to track him down, or am I trying to...
Explain what you're doing.
We're going to find him.
Okay.
We're gonna,
That's fantastic.
Sir! Excuse me, sir!
So you're running into the back?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was an amazing show, sir!
You don't see him back there.
Oh. Never mind!
You see plenty of people moving around.
I start asking people.
You see a cage being rolled out with one of the lions in it. Being pulled off.
Oh, Pepper!
Did you say the line was being pulled off?
In the rolling cage.
Oh.
You guys really don't listen to half the things I say.
You named the lion?
Well, that's his name. They're all named.
Oh.
That's Pepper. Female.
Oh, her. Sorry.
Only pussies are named Pepper.
Totally ignoring you.
I didn't mean
He's making Ethelbert. So.
Did you draw up Ethelbert?
Where do normally people stay? Wouldn't that be where to find them?
In their carts?
Well, since you say you've never seen the guy before, and we just need to look for the cart that we've never noticed before.
Yeah, okay.
Are there
Nobody got new ones.
Are there any posters up in the tent, like that kind of showcase the acts, like the
Yes.
like the flying?
Ethelbert!
Okay.
Ethelbert!
Can we see one of these the posters or whatever for this guy that we saw? Like maybe so we get a name and what his act is called.
Dung sweeper!
What?
Hey! Who was the new guy?
Hold on, there's some dung up there. It's not supposed to be there. I gotta get it.
It's out of place.
Don't worry, you can get that in a minute.
No,
I got a
it's my
question.
job. I don't want to get fired.
Right. Well, people are tracking it. In and out, so if you clean it up now, you're gonna have to clean it up again.
You got a point. What do you mean, little fella?
Who is the new guy?
Rory.
Hey.
Rory put on the illusion show?
Yeah, it's the guy with the stuff on. It's Rory.
Yeah, okay. Where's his
Rory.
He doesn't shit?
It does, but you don't let me have it.
Oh, why not? Is it special shit?
It's not animal stuff. I don't do animal. I don't just do animal.
Oh, really? So if I shit on the floor right
He's
here,
very
you wouldn't clean it
secretive.
up?
Then you're dirty.
Oh, well.
He's very secret.
I've been told I was dirty before.
But Rory, he kind of comes and he does the show, and then he goes and I don't know. I just go with the poop.
He doesn't stay here?
No, nobody lives in here. This is where they do the show. You know, this
Hey,
is
where the trailers at?
what?
Trailers, they sleep in.
Oh, yeah, they're over there.
What's his look like? Don't tell me it has wheels.
It's weird. I don't know.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because you don't go over there? You sleep in the dung? You
That's
don't stay with the humans or what?
yeah, of course I do, but that guy don't stay with us.
Oh, he doesn't stay over there with
No.
everybody else from the circus?
No, he's got a tent, but he won't go with it. I don't know where
Right, he doesn't poop. We already figured that out.
Well, you don't go with it. They don't go with it.
Oh. He doesn't
No.
stay there. Okay.
No, well, you never
Does
see
people
him.
come visit him?
Not in that there, because you don't go there.
Yeah. Nobody
I
wants to
can
watch
see why
you
you
go
don't keep
anyway.
a job with us. You don't go listen.
Huh.
You're a nice guy, but you're a little stupid.
I'm stupid.
No, we got something in common.
We have that in common.
I gotta go, because the animals, they don't stop.
Yeah, I don't want you to get behind on your work. Okay, well.
You see that there's somebody in your back area again that you don't want there. Ethelbert.
Oh, I was like, wait, let me in.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's an angry woman. Weird lady. Really.
How they do?
How else? There you go.
Come on, do your do re mi's.
What's
What's going on back here?
I was yelling for you.
I heard, but I was ignoring you.
Listen. I'm not
You ain't gonna leave yet? You saw the show?
It was
Time to
great
go.
Okay, well.
Time to go.
But then I wanted to know where Rory was.
You're holding the poop up.
But no, he's got. Go!
You got the poop.
You
gotta
said he
drop
was
it.
in a hurry.
You're holding
There's
it.
poop up front. You gotta clear people tracking all over the
I
place.
know, he told me you're a troublemaker.
Don't get far away from him. Woozy's nothing but trouble. See this guy's Woozy's nothing but trouble.
I haven't even done anything yet. Except throw the.
So what?
Nothing. I was watching the show, and the Rory guy was very interesting.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Do you know where I find him? He does something that other people don't do. I need to talk to him.
Yeah, that's his special dollar show.
Yep. So was I.
No,
You
you
didn't care. Now you care about somebody else.
That's right.
I didn't get treated right when I was here.
You don't light my tent on fire.
Look, He might. He's new.
He hasn't yet.
Give him time. I didn't land it my first day either. It was my
He
second.
comes in, he does his job, he goes. No questions. Don't ask, don't tell.
Do you pay him?
If money comes up missing, I'm assuming that he gets it.
What? I didn't get paid.
He has a good show. You see it?
I have a bunch of fans. I could've made you
He
some
does.
money.
We
You guys are his fans?
we use him a lot.
Okay. Well, I wouldn't pay him.
Listen,
No.
I already made us a bunch of
So
money.
what you want to know about Rory?
I need to know where to find him. We gotta talk to him.
You can find him tomorrow night. Same place, same time.
Ah,
There's another
busy
show.
then.
That's the only time you're going to see him. It's the only time I see him.
He didn't stay here.
I don't know where he stays.
Oh, yo!
Quiet down, take some shit.
He has a blue tent. I don't ever see him come in. Don't ever see him come out.
Sorry, I'll go check his tent.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
Watch out for the poop.
Hope it doesn't burn down.
He waddles off.
I need a fire brigade. Follow me.
Miss, you seem like you have a way with words. Is there any way that you could arrange a meeting tomorrow night between us and Rory?
What's in it for me?
Well, we are jacks of all trades. What would interest you?
What do you think I can go with you?
We don't sweep down.
I got the best sweeper around. I don't need you.
Okay, good.
Thanks, boss!
Anytime.
Holes in tents.
Got some holes in tents, and I got some poles that need some restructurizing.
I can help you out with the wood. What kind of wood do you need?
Whatever you think is all this stuff. It's gotta go up, it's gotta come down. It's gotta go up, it's gotta come back down.
Don't forget it's gonna go in and out, too! Switch it out!
And it's gotta go in and out. They switch it out.
She doesn't. Listen, some people tried to go in and out. She didn't like it.
But I could see, I could try to get Rory out here. I can't promise.
If you'll try, we will mend your tents and fix your poles.
And we promise never bring Lucy back.
That's a promise.
Aww.
And tomorrow night, meet me right here. I'll see what we can do.
Thank you.
All right. You fellas have a good night. And you,
Good deal. I'll see you tomorrow.
get out of here.
What?
You ain't coming back with me.
What? I am coming.
No.
These are my friends. We got
Again,
we got to venture.
Bad
into
choice.
this. I gotta talk to Rory. Important. Life or death. Could be life or death.
Wow. Good thing Rory don't know who you are. He would put a nix to this meeting.
Whatever. He needs me. He doesn't know it.
Yeah. No one needs you.
He will know it.
No one that needs you at the ground 6 feet under.
No, whoa! Listen, it was a 10.
The tent that I worked hard to get.
That's my life. You're talking about burying me for a
You know how
10?
sore these lips are from getting that tent?
That ain't what those lips are sore from.
Yeah. I do a lot of talking.
That's from the guy hung like a horse.
You have a guy hung like a horse here?
He's
He
in a
likes-
circus,
He
yeah.
likes to talk after.
He's a centaur.
Likes to talk after. That was a good.
Alright, tomorrow night, guys. I'm out of here. Gotta get some drink.
Yeah, you do need some drink.
Alright, so.
Alright, guys, let us head back to the Red Wyvern.
Right.
I'm tired.
The Wet Raven.
I want to check out that guy's tent first. Why is he have a tent?
Okay, that's a good point.
Mhm.
We'll
Sure.
stand lookout for the bearded purveyor.
Sure it's
Check.
Okay. Make your way towards the sleeping areas of the circus. Obviously, they stand out because you know what the tents look like. So you start wandering through. Do a persuasion check. Okay, you run into some unfamiliar faces as they try to scoot you out of here. They're like, this isn't your area. You're Go.
I know,
This isn't-
I'm here. I work the circus.
You don't work the circus. We
I
don't know
have.
Hey, do the Faractathon and get out of here.
Yeah, you heard him. You need to go.
Is that a fire?
What? Okay, so you do eventually find this tent. Very simple tent, but it does have a big R on the front of it. And you open it up, look inside, peek inside. All you see is a cot. And that's all you see.
Is it a big tent?
Probably it's a 10-footer. No,
10 square footer?
radius. Or no, diameter, sorry.
Because that's a big tent.
Yeah, it's only got real big.
So it's a round tent.
Yes. So it's a fair sized tent, but it's empty.
Is that radius?
Yes. No, diameter.
Diameter.
Or you
Oh,
can
no.
say 5 foot radius.
5-foot radius.
Okay. Let's search. I would like to search the tent just to see if there's any evidence of.
Okay, what are you using for light?
There you go. Easy.
Are you sure lighting the torch was a great idea?
I'm not allowed to use fire anymore.
Oh.
Alright, roll a investigation.
I would definitely get thrown out.
Would be a 4. No, wait. A 4.
Go to that cat box, the bad one.
Amazing. Well, you walk around. There's plenty of footprints everywhere. Both in, out, around. Not as in across, because people setting this up. So nothing stands out. There's a cot in the room, or in the tent area, on the inside. Poles. That's it. And the cot is just what it is. It's crossed bars with canvas stretched out over it. And that's it.
No blanket? No pillow? I'm gonna lay on the cot.
Okay. Roll.
Roll what?
A dex.
Are you capable to lie down on the cot?
Nope, that's you should have rolled mimic.
That would be a 2.
You're beneath.
Okay. Since they know that he doesn't really sleep here, they put one of their broken cots in here, and you make it collapse.
Animals that noise!
I'm gonna search the ground for me to see freshly dug.
Okay.
Here, let me help you up.
Thank you.
This is the first good laugh I've had in a while after the inside the tent thing.
9. No, there's no. The only fresh dug spots seem to be where the stakes are.
I need fresh dung.
Which are.
What are you doing?
He sticks that in.
He's wherever you need the shit.
I took a crap in the corner. That is not people dung. Yes. Be in your bed. I'm the best.
Vale will never be forgotten.
Forever unclean.
Vale the Sweeper.
What's his name again?
Vale the Sweeper. Vale.
Bale.
B. It's spelled B-E-A.
Spelled B-A-I.
Yeah. Not like Christian. No, it is a old Tressian name. Traditional.
Yeah, I'm not that old.
Old enough to have a kid. He was old enough to do the
Yeah, I didn't know he had a kid, but he does now. Hold on, let me mark it down. How do I spell it?
Lean on.
Ask a lot of questions. Why are you so interested in little boys?
This is your Game Master here. Thank you for joining us at the Red Wyvern Inn. I hope you enjoyed your time. Check back for the next episode. Keep your sword up and your shield out.